Shalom, shalom. Everybody come in and get this milk. Y'all are malnourished. And by a Facebook post and all the things I've been hearing y'all say, you guys are malnourished. Okay? A lot of y'all need this. All right? So I'm about to share this and we're going to get it cracking. Take my do-rag off. Mute your phones, Baba Kasha. Mute your phones. Let's get this on. Link. I love to see Foundation of Righteousness just posted on YouTube. It looks so nice. Yeah. All right. Save this to your page. Invite people. Do what y'all gonna do. Do what you need to do. Let's see. Here we go.
Doing all types of shit.
All right, I'm unmuted. No, you're like, I know you just
pill, man. Fuck, I was like, what is all this first round? And then I seen it.
Man, y'all hear about this dude, Nature Boy? Nature Boy got two of his wives going at it. He got two wives breaking it up when they get too carried away. They at the beach, right? So he got two of them fighting because they didn't like each other. So he had both of them fight. You got two of your wives fight, bro? Are you serious? Man, hey, Most High got something for Nature Boy. I don't even see how he get these women. To tell you the truth, he stank. All up to be damned. The brother's just a smelly person. You know, matter of fact, that shouldn't be the reason why this brother got these wives. I don't see what about his doctrine of him or why these women are coming to him. I don't get it. I'm baffled. I'm taken by it, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. But we will see, man. Come and get this milk. Yeah, come and get this milk. Most High gonna show y'all this too. Hey, Mark, I've been telling y'all to come and get this milk. Y'all wasn't listening. I like to call some Israel doctrine babies. They just like doctrine. You know, I know the breakdown to this. That's it. I don't know the what's what you call it. They don't know the I'm at loss for words. They don't know the testimonies. They don't know the testimonies, but they know the doctrine. And they know the testimonies of the people that was talking about that doctrine. But they don't know the testimonies because them themselves have just heard the doctrine. But you don't know the testimonies. Why this happened? Why that happened? This prophet over here talking about this. What's his testimony based off of this? That's how you precept it up real good because you know the testimony. You know. Can't be spewing out doctrine, not knowing the testimonies, why it happened. And what we about to go in on the Torah, the milk, is why a lot of females is losing their mind over polygyny and making excuses. Why men shouldn't practice polygyny based off of Sarah and Hagar. It is amazing. And why a lot of women got to give their kids back to the seed owner. It's going to show that too. This milk is very, very important to people, man. I just want to go over it right now, but I'm not going to do it. But wait till we start going over it. Y'all going to be, man. Girl, you want to give your seeds back to their father? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk. That's why it's an understanding at the beginning, bro. That's why an understanding with the woman is very, very important. Very important, man. Because a lot of things that is lawful, they may think is against the law. You know. Okay, I'm almost done. And we're going to do it a little bit different. We're not going to salute in every time. I'm going to read the law. I'm going to read the milk part. And you want to post this into the controversial groups. That's the best thing. Because this is going to be controversial. That's why I want to read this. This is going to be controversial, bro.
What, the Genesis?
Mm-hmm. Real controversial.
It's beef, man. It's 18 to 22. Fire. Man.
Watch this. Matter of fact, I need to listen. Lord willing, I need to watch pause on the video. I want to see how they handle that subject. You know? Okay. Send this to some special sisters of mine. Man, I think I got 160 views on a pudding cake and 40 views on a precept. A very important precept. Very, very important precept. A very important precept. Like, are you serious? You serious? Man. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these prayers in real quick. So y'all join us for these prayers, and then we're gonna get to the milk. All right, we're gonna get to the prophets and listen to them speak about some milk that brothers wasn't listening to at the time, which got to the point that they're in at that time. And then we're gonna go to the gospel and get into some more milk because we were messing up at that time. That's what it is. It's just nobody paid attention to the milk that was said in Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and Numbers. They didn't listen to the. They didn't consume the milk 3 times a day. You know, they wasn't paying attention and watching out for the milk at least 2 to 3 times a day. Wasn't paying attention, man. And that's why I call this the milk Sabbath service. Everything I'm finna post from now on, this is the milk. The milk. The milk. I'm not finna go into any heavy doctrines, too any heavy breakdowns, unless it's private, like Bible study on Thursdays with, you know what I'm saying, your brother Jeremiah, me, myself, and then a group of other brothers and sisters that want to join. You know, that can be that, you know what I'm saying, those big breakdowns for that. You know, that can be then when you can hear the big breakdowns, okay? So like it. So let's get to these prayers while we still got a stick of incense. All right. Amadi Panya Rushlam. Anybody need pillow for knees? Let's say the prayers. No, it's right. Right. All right. There we go. Stretch on out, stretch on. Should use the Quan's mic that can. Let's go. What's up? No, you good? No, go ahead. I just told you to.
All right, this is the Abanawa prayer found in Matthew chapter 6, verse 9 to 13. Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Kodash, Haya, Shimka,
Yahweh,
Malakika, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ratazah, Kahaya, Bashamayim, Lithaninawa, Lacham, Kayawam, Wasalakinaw, Kawakinau, Kasalakinaw, Wala'a, Tabi'anau, Benisai 1, Abo, Hawashino, Manrai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Tapara, Launyum, Aman, Bashim, Yelshai, Mashiach, Aman. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done here on earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Mashiach. Amen.
All right, this is the Asherah, the book of Psalms, chapter 84, verse 4, chapter 144, verse 15, chapter 145, top to bottom, chapter 115, verse 18. Blessed are they that dwell in thy house. They will still be praising thee, say loud. Happy is that people that is in such a case. Yea, happy is that people whose Alahaya is Yahweh. I will extol thee, my Alahaya, O King, and I will bless thy name forever and ever. Every day will I bless thee, and I will praise thy name forever and ever. Great is Yahweh and greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. One generation shall praise thy work to another, and shall declare thy mighty acts. I will speak of thy glorious honor, of thy majesty, and of thy wondrous works. And men shall speak of thy might, of thy terrible acts, and I will declare thy greatness. They shall abundantly utter the memory of thy great goodness, and shall sing of thy righteousness. Yahweh is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and of great mercy. Yahweh is good to all, and his tender mercies are over all his work. All thy works shall praise thee, O Yahweh, and thy saints shall bless thee. They shall speak of thy glory, of thy kingdom, and talk of thy power, to make known to the sons of men his mighty acts, and the glorious majesty of his kingdom. Thy kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and thy dominion endureth throughout all generations. Yahweh upholdeth all that fall, and raiseth all those that be bowed down.
Everybody bow down.
Yahweh upholdeth all that fall, and raiseth up all those that be bowed down. The eyes of all wait upon thee, and thou givest them their meat in due season. Thou openest thy hand and satisfieth the desire of every living thing. Yahweh is righteous in all his ways, and holy in all his work. Yahweh is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. He will fulfill the desire of them that fear him. He will also hear their cry, and will save them. Yahweh preserveth all them that love him, but all the wicked will he destroy. My mouth shall speak the praises of Yahweh, and let all flesh bless his holy name forever and ever. But we will bless the Yahweh from this time forth and forevermore. Hallelujah.
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 Bahashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushai.
Yahushua.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Amen.
Amen.
Uh, the first three prayers of the Mada, Abawaf, Barak, Ata, Yahweh, Allahayinahu, Allahaya, Abaka, Abatawa, Allah, Abatawa.
Let's start over.
First three prayers of the Mada, Abawaf, Barak, Ata, Yahweh, Allahayinahu, Allahaya, Abatanahu, Allahaya, Baraham, Allahaya, the Tazakwak, Walahaya, Yakar, Allah, Sharia, Allah, Ayawan, Gamon, Saraya, Barak, Ata, Yahweh, Magun, Baraham, Gabawarwa, Tayahu, Gabawar, Lawalam, Yahweh, Makaya, Matayim, Maya, Tawama, Lakak, Malak, Awalam, Mamaya, Makaya, Barak, Ata, Yahweh, Makaya, Matayim, Kudawarsha, Yahweh, Ata, Kodaya, Washmaka, Kodawash, Wakadawashim, Call, Yawam, Allah, Barak, Ata, Yahweh, Ka'Allah, Akadawash. Bless you, Yahweh, Father of our fathers, Father of Abraham, Father of Isaac, Yaakov, Almighty power, Most High power, who bestows mercy, bless you, Yahweh, Should of Abraham, your body how, forever. Yahweh, who receives the dead, who is comparable to you, King of eternity, who calls death, who gives life, bless you, Yahweh, who gives life, to the dead, you are holy Yahweh, and your name is holy, Holy Ones, every day, praise you, forever, bless you, Yahweh, power was holy, Hashem, Yahushua, Mashiach, Amen. This is Yabaraka found in Numbers chapter 6, verse 24 to 26. Yabaraka, Yahweh, Yeshamarka, Amen. Yashara, Yahweh, Kanyahu, Allahayika, Yakanika, Amen. Yasha'a, Yahweh, Allahayika, Yeshua, Shalom. Gabar, Zanakoria,
Yasharala wa Marakad.
Yahweh, Allahayika, Yeshua, Shalom. Gabar, Zanakoria,
Marakad wa Yasharala.
Yahweh, Allahayika, Yeshua, Shalom. Gabar, Zanakoria,
Marakad wa Yasharala.
Yahweh, bless thee,
and keep thee.
Amen. Yahweh,
Make his face
shine upon thee,
upon
and
thee,
be gracious
and be gracious
unto thee.
unto thee.
Amen. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
lift up his countenance
lift up his countenance
upon thee,
upon
and
thee,
give thee peace.
and give thee peace.
Amen. Hashem,
Hashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Mashiach,
Mashiach.
Amen.
This is the TORAH, Book of Psalms 121, a song of degrees. A song of degrees. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and forevermore. Hallelujah.
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 Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Amen. This is also a TORAH, Book of Psalms fountain. This is a prayer for the Shabbath day. It is a good thing to give thanks unto Yahweh and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High, to shew forth thy loving kindness in the morning and thy faithfulness every night, upon an instrument of 10 strings, and upon a psaltery, and upon a harp with a psalm sound. For thou, Yahweh, hast made me glad through thy work. I will triumph in thy works of thy hands. Yahweh, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. A brutish man knoweth not, neither doeth a fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. But thou, Yahweh, are most high forevermore. For lo, thine enemies, Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. But my horn shalt thou exalt like the horn of a unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. My eye also shall see my desire on my enemies, and my ears shall hear my desire of the wicked that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of Yahweh shall flourish. In the courts of Al-Ahayim, they shall still bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourishing to shew that Yahweh is upright. He is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him. Hallelujah.
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 Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Mashiach.
Mashiach. Amen.
Everybody rise. All right. We're starting at Genesis chapter 18. All right. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to do a book repair. We'll see. Okay, these last days they come through, man. I'm gonna have to take the Bible out of this book, put it into another book, so it won't have Bible on the front of it. Hey, I'm serious, man. Gonna have to change it up. Every last one of them. So you might have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Take it out, boom, put it in this, boom. Yeah.
Sounds like Fahrenheit 451, man.
Huh?
Sounds like Fahrenheit 451, man.
I'm reading that book for school.
It's kind of near future. Pretty much all the firemen go to start a fire, and their job is to burn all the books.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Just like to start a new government and like technology and everything.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much Fahrenheit 451. That's what came out like in the 1970s.
Oh yeah. That's just them telling you what they're gonna do.
That's probably how they're gonna try to unite the whole United States.
Yeah.
Because as long as it's religion, we all gonna stay divided. So,
Well, as long as it's their religion, yeah. But it's their heritage. Everybody's gonna go back to what they're supposed to be doing.
I'm talking about the reason why Biden would start that and destroy the Bible is because he was trying to do full unity all the way around the United States.
Yeah, remember I said he's gonna bridge the divided politics.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna bring Democrats and Republicans together.
Yeah, I mean, it was. If you look at it, it was, he was doing something that is the next step. Trump already got everybody divided. That was the whole thing, is to get everybody divided. Now they pissed off and they're gonna stay divided.
Mm-hmm.
And then now to do it right, you know what? We're just gonna bring everybody together.
Yeah, after we divide, let's unite.
So I would say read the book of Maccabees, because in the book of Maccabees there was always talking about bringing everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
So the book of Maccabees would be a good book to read. Maccabees 1 and Maccabees 2. All right, here we go. So this is Genesis. Salah. We already prayed and everything else. So this is Genesis chapter 18 verse 1. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in a tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door, and bowed himself toward the ground. So, to let y'all know, that is a ultimate sign of respect to the Most High and an angel. All right. And he said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, for thy servant. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. And I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort ye your hearts. After that ye shall pass on, for therefore are you come to your servant. And they said, So do as thou hast said. So now they're telling Abraham, yeah, go do what you just said. So that right there, in this context right here, lets you know angels eat meat and bread and drink water.
Mm-hmm.
So watch this. Verse 6. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah and said, Make ready quickly 3 measure of fine meal, knead it. It's like, I start again. And Abraham hastened, verse 6. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah and said, Make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes upon the hearth. And Abram ran unto the herd, and fetched a calf, tender and good, and gave it unto a young man, and he hastened to dress it. And he took butter and milk, and the calf which he had dressed, and set it before them, and he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. Abraham's telling you that these angels ate meat and bread. So a lot of people, they're just spirits. They come down and they do this and they do that. No, angels eat. They eat meat. They eat bread. It's right here. It's right here in the milk, letting you know. Right. And also, even though he had servants, right? Now, this is put the women trip on. Abraham had servants.
I was going to say Salaki.
Abraham had servants, and his wife still cooked.
That's what I wanted to do.
He told her to cook. He said, Knead it.
And he didn't ask her.
Nah. He said, Here. That's it. Why does he need to beg his wife to do something? Y'all know when you say please to other nations, it's the same as begging.
Mm-hmm.
Please, please, please. Like, can you please do this? Nah. At the tone of my voice, if I say, hey man, hey, do this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say, man, fucking do this?
Mm-hmm.
It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? It's the tone of your voice. Then why I gotta say please? Tripping. All right. Verse 9. And they said unto him, Where is Sarah thy wife? And he said, Behold, in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door, which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. It stopped. She couldn't have children. They were in their old age. Pay attention to verse 11. In their old age, right? Sarah's in her old age. Abraham's in her old age. Abraham's in his old age, right? At the same time, think about that today and then. Today and then. Now watch this. Verse 12. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure? My Lord being old also? She didn't say husband, she said my Lord being old also. And the Lord said unto Abraham, wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I of a surety bear a child which am old? So they heard Sarah. Them angels got ears. Verse 14. Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the time appointed will I return unto thee. So is anything too hard for the Lord? No, man. At the time appointed will I return unto thee, according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Then Sarah denied, saying, I laughed not, for she was afraid. And he said, nay, but thou didst laugh. Now y'all can honestly see when your woman lied to you, she's afraid. So they say they're not afraid, but they're afraid. They're afraid, you know. And Abraham's like, but thou didst laugh. And the men rose up from thence and looked toward Sodom. And Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. Right? That's what the Lord said in verse 17. And the Lord said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? He's about to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. It's a good thing to tell him, because Abraham knows why Sodom and Gomorrah is going to be destroyed. So the same thing is going to happen to this modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. Right. For I know, verse 19, for I know that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him. It is like Abraham's a leader. By giving this covenant to Abraham, Abraham's going to command his women, his household, everybody to keep the laws and keep the commandments. That's the leader. He's going to command everybody to do that. And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me. And if not, I will know. Verse 22. And the men turned their faces from thence and went toward Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? So that's just, you know what I'm saying? Abraham already know who's over there. Abraham already know who's over there, right? Do y'all know who's over there?
Yeah.
You read it? You read it? You read it? Okay. So we already know who's over there in that city, right? Lot is over there in that city. Lot, his nephew, is over there in that city. His daughters and his daughters' husbands. Okay, so they're.
I think his brother too, huh? Or something like that.
We'll see. I didn't read that part, but I probably missed it.
That's the one that his wife turned around and
no, Lot is his nephew.
But doesn't he have a wife that she turned around?
Yeah.
Turned to a pillar of salt. So watch this. Verse 25. So I'm gonna start at 24. I'm gonna start at verse 24. Pre-adventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous? that are therein, that be far from thee, to do after the manner, to slay the righteous, with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked, that be far from thee, shall not the judge of all the earth do right? So he's saying this for a reason. He's going to get down to 10, right? He's going to get down to 10. And you'll see why he gets down to 10, because I'm picking up on it now, why he got down to 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he's saying, will the judge of all the earth do right? So y'all see that right now, if you caught on to it, Lord is in capital Lord, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Lord's in capital Lord, who's that? Yahweh, right? But watch this. And the Lord said, if I find Sodom, hold on, I'm starting at 25. That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked, that be far from thee, shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And the Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then will I spare all the place for their sakes. But when they were over it by the tree, he said, Lord, but those were the angels. And when you go to verse 1, he said, the Lord, 3 men. And he went to the angel and said, Lord, because he was carrying the message of the Lord. Mm-hmm. It wasn't actually the Most High. Mm-hmm. A lot of people get that misconstrued. He's just carrying the message of the Most High. Those are angels. All right? So let's go to verse 27. And Abraham answered and said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes, which am, talking about himself. I'm nothing but dust and ashes. All right. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. And he spake unto him yet again, and said, peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he said unto him, oh, let not the Lord be angry. All right, don't be angry. Like, don't, after he said, don't be mad. Okay, I'm just trying to, you can tell EJ, because we'll do something like that. Hold on. Okay. But if there were this much after you done said 50, 45, then 40, then now he's about to go down. Yeah. Verse 30. And he said unto him, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall be 30. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. And he said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Now he's saying Lord to the angel. I have upon me to speak unto the Lord. Now he's speaking to the angel, right? Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. So now he's saying, hey, now I'm speaking to the Lord, because he know what the angel know what the Lord said. Now he said, I'm speaking to you. Hey, just tell me. Just tell me. You know what I'm saying? And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And he said, oh, let not the Lord be angry. Now he's talking to the angel now. Let not the Lord be angry, right? First he said, not let Yahweh be angry. Now he's saying, let not the Lord, the angel, be angry, right? And he said, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Man, you done said it like, what, how many times?
And we gonna say it again.
Yeah, speak but this once. You know what I'm saying? He's buttering the Most High and the angels up. The Most High loves that when you butter him up.
Man.
Butter him up,
man. Think it's just as funny, man.
Yeah, you buttering your father up, man. Like, Zanak be coming to me over, you know what I'm saying? You buttering him up, man. Buttering him up. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. Now he got down to 10. Mm-hmm. Abraham know who's over there. All right, you finna say, man, my nephew over there, my nephew over there. What about? He just went all the way down, man. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communion with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place. So I got some precepts for that time. Let me see what I want to get. So we already proved in from what? 11 to 16.
I like 19. All right.
Yeah, so verses Chapter 18, verse 7 through 8 proves that the angels do eat food. All right, we got that part right there. What else I want to point out? Abraham just admitting to himself, being humble with humility. I know I'm nothing but dust and ashes. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High is on a level far beyond you. And he look at you. You know, that's why the Most High don't visit you face to face, or you know what I'm saying? The Most High don't visit you face to face. He visits you in your dream because of man's pride. So imagine man today. Imagine an average Jake, right? All right, the Most High just showed up to him. What do you think he gonna do? You think he gonna bow his face towards the earth? Or he gonna be like, "What's up, God? Man, give me some, bro." You know what I'm saying? My dog, what's up, man? God, why you letting this happen? All in his pride. No, you don't approach a king like that, man. You definitely don't approach a God like that. It just don't happen. You just humility face towards him. He did that to the angels. Even though in the kingdom we gonna be better than the angels. Exactly. See, it's still humility. All right. Let me see something. Verse 20. And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous. When he's talking about the cry, he's talking about the sin. The cries have reached heaven. He's talking about the sins have reached heaven. So when you hear I say 80% of the time when it's talking about crying, he said the cries of this world have reached heaven. He's talking about the sins that have reached heaven.
You don't think it also could be like Israelites that's up in there?
Up in where?
Crying and sighing in Sodom and Gomorrah?
Crying and sighing? Yeah. Well, if they crying and sighing, they're talking about the sins. Okay, yeah, so that way we sighing and crying out there, but we're talking about the sins that this world is committing. Abraham told Sarah to make a meal for the angels in chapter 18, verse 6, right there. That's definitely, you know what I'm saying? He didn't ask her to, he just told her to, and that was it. Hey, 19 through 22 gonna be off the chain, man. I'm trying to tell y'all this. Man. And a lot of people just don't catch on to it. That's why the law is milk. Because this is milk, man. This letting you know the history, just letting you know what can happen and everything else, man. It just blows your mind, bro, at the same time. So now we about to get to 19 right now. This is Genesis chapter 19, verse 1. And there came two angels to Sodom at evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them. And he bowed himself with his face toward the ground again. All right. And he said, behold, now, my lords. All right. Capital L, lowercase O-R-D-S, my lords. He said more than one. So he said Alahayim, saying more than one. Is that right? Alahayim with the yum at the end? Right, Alahayim. So he in verse 2, and he said, behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the streets all night. They want to see what's going on. So you know what they're doing out there, right? They abide out in the streets. They want to see what's going on. So they walk amongst people to see what goes on. What these people doing. You know what I'm saying? Verse 3. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into the house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. Now angels are eating again. The second time they eat. See, a lot of people in the church, if you ask a pastor, do angels eat? Boy, these are far beyond beings. These are far beyond beings. They don't do that like we do. They can't get fat like we do. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yeah. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round about, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into this which came unto thee this night? Bring them unto us, that we may know them. You nasty varmint.
Son of a
Nasty varmints.
can't stand
All
it.
right. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Now he knew what they was talking about. They wanted to ram them in their rear ends. That's what they wanted to do. Verse 8, behold, now I have 2 daughters, which have not known men. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And he's offering his daughter other than angels. That's like, hey, because the Most High before that happened, it'll make something boom. Ain't nothing too hard for the Most High. I'm trying to tell you. Verse 9, and they said, stand back. And they said, stand back. Right? Watch this. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now they're lying. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed thee. They pressed sore upon the men, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut to the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with the blinds of both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. Now they couldn't find the door. They
smoked them with blindness.
That's it. They couldn't see no more. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law and thy sons and thy daughters and whatsoever has in the city? Bring them out of this place. So this is the angels talking now. I started at 12. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law and thy sons and thy daughters and whatsoever thou hast in the city? Bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the city of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. Now we know why it got down to 10 people, right?
His sons, his daughters, and
his son-in-laws, his daughters, and then his son-in-laws, his sons, and his daughters. So now we know why he got down to 10. Just like that. Started 27. And Abraham get up early in the morning. Slack. Did my pages turn?
You're at 14.
Yeah,
14. Oh, okay. Slack, man. Hey, slack. All right. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, up, get ye out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his son-in-laws. So they was like, man, you tripping.
Yeah, you tripping. We ain't going nowhere.
I mean, they wasn't really saying we ain't going nowhere. They just mocked them like, man, and roll back over to sleep. They just seemed like they mocked. Now they did.
They didn't leave.
Right? And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters. And the Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. Now what happened to them fools for just mocking? They stayed there. They could have got up and left. So he took the wife and the 2 daughters. And the angels just set him out the city. Go ahead.
And so these daughters right here, these 2 daughters, is not his only daughters. They had more daughters with these sons-in-law. He even left them daughters. He was like, deuces, because he had other daughters with the sons-in-laws, and they didn't come. So you know the wives, his daughters ain't come. So he only took these two daughters that was in the house with him. That's a humble man, dog. Just left his other daughters and was like, "Shit, well, come on, let's."
Come. So the angel just picked them up and took them out. That's what they did. They grabbed them by their hands and carried them out the city. That's what they did. Verse 17. And it came to pass when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, escape for thy life. Look not behind thee, Neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountains, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said unto him, Oh, not so, my lord. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast shewed unto me, in saving my life, and I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die.
Mm.
Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. It is not a little one, and my soul shall live. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. Is it not a little one? Look at, and they're like, all right, cool. So go there. You know what I'm saying?
That's
21. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing, that I will not overthrow this city. Again, I say that. 21. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore, the name of the city was called Zor. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zor. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. Watch this in 23. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zor. That means the sun was up.
it look like something. You skipped something.
No, I'm on 23. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zor. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. 27. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord, and he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and behold, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out to the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities and that in the which Lot dwelt. And Lot went up out of Zor and dwelt in the mountain, and his two daughters with him, for he feared to dwell at Zor, and he dwelt in a cave, and he and his two daughters. All right, we're getting to something important now. We're getting to something important.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all important, but this is very, very, especially in these last days. You got, the Most High gonna work what He said He gonna do, and He gonna work through His laws and whatever He want to bring to the surface. All right. Now, and the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father, and there was not a man to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. See, they think the whole earth has been destroyed now. They think everything has been destroyed at this time. These two daughters.
No phones, no TVs. They don't know no better.
Now, I will say this. When you get back, when he was talking about the daughters, the son-in-laws, and the sons,
Mm-hmm.
we don't even know if this was the daughters of the husbands.
Yeah.
We don't know because it don't say. It didn't say, well, the wives of the son-in-laws wasn't there, but the son-in-laws were there. He didn't even take his sons. His sons were killed too.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why they didn't even have any wives. They could have been funny cakes as well. We don't know. But right here, and the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us, after the manner of all the earth. And this kills him right here. After the manner of all the earth. That means a man's supposed to come on into a woman.
Right.
It's the manner of all the earth, right? Verse 32, Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father.
Mm-hmm.
Man. And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. He didn't know what was going on. So, is it lawful for a daughter to sleep with her father? Because this is very important. Law, right? No. But a lot of people don't pay attention to this law, and they go off and do that. They go off and do that. Right? Check this out. This is Leviticus 18, verse 1. I'm going to start at verse 1, but it's at 7. And the Lord spake this is Leviticus chapter 18, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. Ordinances are laws. So they were doing this in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan. They were doing this stuff. Mm-hmm. So, verse 4, ye shall do my judgments and keep my ordinances to walk therein. I am the Lord your God. Okay? I am the Lord your God. All right. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord. Now, there's a thing about this. Who is considered near of kin? Who's considered near of kin in the Bible? To God, that he approves. And a lot of people don't understand it. This is why a woman having another man's seed cannot work in the relationship she's trying to be in with that man. Right. And we're about to find out, because this is a hard hitter right here. Verse 6, none of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord. I even got what nakedness is, and I'm going to break it down in just a bit. The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness. So they were doing something totally against the law. But the fact that they thought the world was coming to an end is why they did that. But the thing is, they messed up on. They should have waited till their father woke up and talked to their father first. That's what they should have did. But they were so damn scared, man. They were scared as hell. They were scared, bro. Right?
What verse you on now?
I'm about to be on 34. I'm about to be on 34. I'm trying to find something real quick.
Leviticus?
Oh no, Leviticus 18 and 8 6, right? And 8. 8, yeah. But verse 7 is the precept to what I was talking about. You cannot look at your father's nakedness or your mother's nakedness. That's what they did. They broke the law. All right. So here we go. Hold on. So let me go down here real quick. You see something. So this is Leviticus 18 and 24 to 30. Defile not yourselves in any of these things. Sorry to let you know what's against the law. Now I gotta let you know the judgments. You gotta know the judgments of it. You gotta know the ordinances, you gotta know the statutes, and you gotta know the judgment. What's gonna happen to you for doing this? So defile not yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. And the land is defiled. Therefore I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the land itself vomited out her inhabitants. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you. For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled. The land spew not you out also. Hold on. The land spew not you out also, when ye defile it, as it spewed out the nations that were before you. For whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them shall be cut off from among their people. Therefore shall ye keep my ordinances, that ye commit not any of these abominable customs, which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord your God. So that's the judgments of what's supposed to happen. So I read the law that was wrong, and I read the judgments that's going to happen to you for doing things like this. So not done. So let's continue because we got more meat on this. All right. So this is verse 34. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesterday night with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in and lie with him. That way, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger rose and lay with him. And he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Thus were both daughters of Lot with child by their father. And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. Who are the Moabites today, y'all?
More than that.
Hmm?
Koreans.
Well,
But
no.
China, the land out of Asia. Japanese is the Amorite.
I'm gonna send y'all this chart, the nations chart. I'm gonna put it in the group real quick. Excuse me, y'all. Let me. Here we go. It's in the group. Come on. There we go. This thing's tripping. I just sent it to Zanak and he'll put it in the group. This is tripping. All right. So Moab is the Chinese, and Ammon is the Japanese. So verse 38. And the younger, she also bare a son, and called his name Ben-Ami. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. Boom. Right there. Now, paying attention to these names and to these people, to these two nations that were born, paying attention to them in the scriptures, you'll start worrying about how, or you'll start understanding how they don't have salvation, period. Okay? So, what is the nakedness? When you look into, let's see, when you look into the Strong's H 6172, or Arva in the Hebrew, nudity, shame, pudina, pudinda, an external genital organ in a human. All right. So let's look up the word right now. Pudinda. All right. Pudinda is, where you at? I wrote you down somewhere. Yeah, pudinda is an external genital organ in a common human being, right? So when you look down more in the Strongs, matter of fact, I'm just gonna go and get it right now, right? I'm just gonna share my screen and get it. Come on, there we go. Share audio. Boom. Got it. All right. Cool. So Leviticus 18. All right. Arva in the Hebrew, in the Paleo Hebrew, arva. Nakedness, shame, uncleanness. Nakedness, nudity, shame, pudinda. All right. This is an important word right here because it's going to let you know a lot. All right. Nakedness, a thing, indecency, and proper behavior exposed. All right. Arva, nudity, literally, especially the pudinda, or figuratively, disgrace, blemish, nakedness, shame, unclean. And where is that word? Nakedness, metaphor, nakedness. Yeah. Trying to show y'all something that gets real. I think I'm gonna have to look it up. I know what it is. So okay. My bad. That's what I did. You see. Pudendum, a person's external genitals, especially a woman's. Now, what I'm trying to do is find vulva. Vulva. When I looked it up in the Google, the meaning of this right here, pudendum. Pudendum is a person's external genitals, especially a woman's. But when I looked up, it had some more definitions, and I started looking through them all, and it says something about vulva. Vulva is a female external genitals, the external of an opening of a vagina. So that's what I was looking for, and it showed the part. What's up? Oh yeah, I know what it is. Vulva is a female external genitals, the external opening of the vaginal. It's talking about the nakedness. Like you can't see that nakedness either. Can't see that. You can't even look at a woman like your mom bending over and you see her the JJ and everything. That's her nakedness. Also, when you're laying down with that woman and you look, just you don't see what you was not supposed to see. But it's not showing up on here, so it's all good. And vulva is spelled VULVA, so you can look that up and it'll show you. So now we starting at chapter 20. Okay. So this is Genesis chapter 20 and verse 1. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country, and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said unto Sarah his wife, She is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. Give me just a second. All right, just making sure something real quick. So Abimelech just took Abraham's wife that he just told her to say that you are my sister. Is Sarah's Abraham's sister? Is Sarah Abraham's sister? Is Sarah Abraham's sister?
Yeah.
You're going to find out how Sarah is Abraham's sister. Excuse me. And Abraham said unto Sarah his wife, She is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said to him, Behold, thou art but a dead man, for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. But Abimelech had not come near her. And the Lord, and he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me. Meaning, when he said he not unto me, Abraham did tell me that was his wife. She is my sister. That's what he said. He didn't say she said he not unto me. She is my sister. And she said, even she herself said, he is my brother. And in the integrity of my heart and innocency of my hands have I done this.
Like, man,
Did he?
I ain't know.
But in the integrity, and was that integrity of his heart? Was he saying, in my integrity? Watch this. And God said unto him in a dream, Yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart. Was it in the integrity of his heart that he can just go and take this woman?
Yeah.
Yes. You can. If this girl that you like, she had a father, you can go get that woman without his permission.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Exactly. It brings up a lot of questions, huh?
Yeah, right, it does.
It brings up a lot of questions. And God said unto him in a dream, Yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffered I thee not to touch her. Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that thou all all that thou hast are thou darn. Like my tongue is messed up. Okay.
All that are
I gotta start from 7 again. Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. If thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that thou art thine, all that thou art thine, everything you have, stock, cattle, people you over, gonna die. All right. Therefore, Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all her. Therefore, Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told all these things in their ears. And the men were so afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham and said unto him, what hast thou done unto us? Now, he's called Abraham like, what hast thou done unto us? Let's just prove something real quick. What Abimelech did was righteous in the eye of the Most High, because you can't just say it was righteous in the Most High. You know, say he's saying it, but where is it in the law? Most High just making things up. Now he said it. So I got it. So is it wrong for a man to take a woman he wants? Like, just go and take her. Like, you're mine. Let's go. Let's find out. Deuteronomy chapter 22. We'll start at 28. This is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 28. Let's go up a little bit. Let's start at, I'm going to start up here at 23. It's Deuteronomy 22 and 23. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto her husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of the city, and ye shall stone them with stones, that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he hath humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil from among you. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her, that's rape, and lie with her, then the man only that lie with her shall die. And a lot of people say the Bible condones rape. F out of here. Verse 26. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For as when a man riseth up against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter. For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. That means it went up, people heard it. She cried, they heard, cried. She went and told the people that what happened. Before, she didn't say nothing to nobody. So she's supposed to die too.
The first down.
Now, verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed means engaged, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lie with her shall give unto the damsel father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. Boom. That is his wife now. Mike. Now, what was your question? What one of them? Just one of them. One of them. Someone continue.
Why didn't Abraham tell him that it was his sister, so it was his wife from the beginning?
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. I thought she had something about the man taking the wife. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because it trips me out because I'm gonna take away sister from because you're a king. Do it.
Even if you wasn't a king, and Deuteronomy 22 and 28 showed you that. Even if you're not a king,
you humble a woman.
You and that woman eyeballing each other. You know what I'm saying? And one day you just finally, went out with her and you knocked it out the park.
Yeah. I know that.
You know what I'm saying?
That.
Usually you go to the father. That's the whole thing I thought you was gonna say, because you go to the father. You know what I'm saying?
It's like right now today you see a girl in the club, stuff like that, just looking at each other, go talk to her.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. They start chopping it up.
All right, this is I'm gonna start back. This is Deuteronomy, the Genesis chapter 20, verse 9. Then Abimelech called Abraham and said unto him, what hast thou done unto us? And what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought unto me, and on my kingdom a great sin? Thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done. So what did the Most High do? He showed them grace. I was talking to a Christian brother yesterday, and I asked him the same thing. I posted that question to the other brother, right? The pinpoint of when the Gentiles came in and everything else. Show me before the Greek captivity, the Greeks taking Israel and other nations into captivity. And when the Romans conquered the Greeks, show me where there were heathens mixed in with the Israelites, a bunch of heathens that went into the Roman captivity. Can you show me that? So I went to him after a couple of days, and he said it don't matter. The Most High shows grace to all his people. Well, I was like, yeah, the Most High shows grace to all his people, but those are not his people.
Right.
He shows grace to all the nations. And this is showing you right now how he's showing grace to these people.
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
He also used it for Abraham's benefit too. He did that so Abraham could benefit from it too.
Exactly.
Later on, you'll see.
Verse 10. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, what sawest thou, that thou hast done this thing? And Abraham said, because I thought surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. And yet, indeed, she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. And she became my wife.
Wow.
That's why. But let's look at something else. This brings up other questions.
Mm-hmm.
He said it's the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. Mm-hmm. Let's go to the precepts on this, ladies and gentlemen. Where can I find this? We got to go to Leviticus, back to Leviticus 18 again. All right. So, you meet a woman. You know what I'm saying? She has a son. You have a daughter. Can them two get together now?
Yep.
Yes, they can. They sure can. Are you going to raise them to say that's bad? All you raise them to do is lie to each other. Mm-hmm. That's all you raise them to do because you don't want, because no, y'all, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is why I'm totally against. I mean, I got into a situation which I solely accept 100%. This is why people don't need to get into relationships until they found out the milk and they know how to maneuver. Mm-hmm. Because you get in a relationship with a woman and she has a daughter and you have a son. Your son can knock it out the park now. Mm-hmm. There's nothing stopping them from getting married because it's not against the law. Right. So let me go to Leviticus 18 real quick because Abraham just said it. Now let's show it again in the law. Mm-hmm. Precept upon precept.
Leviticus?
Yep, Leviticus 18. I'm going to start at 9. Leviticus 18, chapter 9. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, verse 9. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover. The nakedness of thy son's daughter, or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for theirs is thine own nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, begotten of thy father, she is thy sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. I posted this right here. It was controversial when I posted this on Facebook. Mm-hmm. They're like, that's nasty. Yeah, I'm like, here we go again. Here we go again. Mm. People not reading the law. They're doctrine babies. Right. That's what I call them. Now, it's my new one. Doctrine babies. You're a doctrine baby. You don't drink the milk, man. You eat the meat all day. You just cut the meat and eat it, and you just drink water to wash it down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're not getting the milk. No nutrition. You can't go to the law to prove all things, because that's what the prophets did. They all knew the law. They read the law. You know, and Abraham came along and put the nail into the coffin just to shut it up. You know, that's your precept upon precept. So when you get with the woman, you got to make sure, like, man, you got to be careful with that, because now we're raising a young man and a young woman in a house where they can get married. Right. And you may not be okay with that. Mm-hmm. I say it's a beautiful thing. That's me, because I love the law.
Right.
If I can raise a young woman at an early age with a young man in the house, and I know they can get married, we have raised a beautiful thing.
Yep. And they probably stay together longer than any other
Anybody.
marriage. Yeah, any other marriage on the face of the earth.
You feel me?
Straight up.
They both now know, understand them, and the mama should being an example for her, and the father's being an example for her, and being a father to that young lady, and she's being a mother to that young man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a set up marriage.
Yeah.
Because that's another man's. That's another man's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
This is another woman's son. Hey, we win.
Yep.
We win.
Mm-hmm.
Or it can be just give that seed back to the man. You won't have to worry about it.
Right. Period.
That's it. You don't have to worry about it. I'm keeping the law. If I see something that favors the law and the Most High in His eyes, I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else, man. Lord willing, I don't fall short.
Right.
But I'm doing it. So that woman, if she don't want these things to happen that is according to the law, you can stop messing with me, or you can give that seed back to the father. That's it.
Right.
Because it is hard. I mean, bro, trust me. This man got to be willing to accept and compromise with anything that woman does for this not to happen.
Right.
That's the only way. He's compromisable. He was raised by his mom.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So what I was about to say is, a woman will never fully submit to you with another man's seed in the house. She's not going to fully submit to him. She's not. You can get into a fight with a woman about her son, bro. She finna choose her son. Basically, she chose. Basically, what she did is she chose that husband that she used to be with over you. That's why she can't fully submit to you. She has another man's seed. But if she don't have another man's seed and she's taking care of y'all seeds now, she's going to fully submit how she's supposed to.
Yep.
But she's never going.
She'll have nothing stopping her.
And guess what? She is scared to admit that. She's scared to admit that, because then she will have to follow that law. She is damn scared to admit that.
I swear the law make women break out in hives, though.
Huh. So I was talking to a sister last night too, and I bought that up right there. It's like, well, not a part where the daughter and the son, you know what I'm saying, but about the seed. Like, what if that man in these last days want his seed? What you gonna do? You gonna take that man's seed? That's against the law. So she went to try to make up a logical explanation of why she shouldn't give the kid back to the father.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell are you gonna make up a logical explanation to break the law? She said he don't want them. Nah, he don't want you.
Yeah.
And it's been a long time. Or he may want you, and he want his family. Well, he don't want he don't want just the kid. He want both of us. Well, that is a logical thing for a man to want the woman and his kids, because your ass was supposed to be leaving in the first place.
Right.
So what is illogical about that? The man want you and his kids. If he can't have you, he can't have his kid. You just a demon.
Mm-hmm.
A damn demon.
Big dragon.
So you can't fault that brother for wanting his woman and his damn child. No. But you can't make up an illogical explanation to say why he shouldn't get his kids, because that's not your seed. You can't give life. You can only hold it. That's it. That's all she wrote. There's nothing else I can say about this. Tap out. So I'm going to start back at verse 11. And Abraham said, because I thought surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. Now, this king done went and stole an old ass woman. She's in her old age.
Mm-hmm.
Is kings these days stealing old women? or will people will logically think in this world, this old woman that like lives next door and upstairs,
Right.
she's all gray and just her body is beat up. Is this your average old woman? No. This woman fine as hell. This woman was fine, and she was in her old age. Women what's that? They didn't
deteriorate.
Yeah, there you go. That's kind of messed up, deteriorate, but they didn't age. There you go.
Break down.
They didn't age like they age today.
That wall, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, Most High got a hold of you about this woman, and the king took her and everything else. So did Abraham lie to the heathen? No, he didn't lie to the heathen. Will the Most High get mad if Abraham lied to the heathen? We don't know because he didn't lie to the heathen.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Rhetorical question.
Yeah.
I like that one.
We don't know because he didn't lie to the heathen. That is his sister. And that's how relationships, that's why I be telling a lot of people, that's how relationships start, brother and sister. That's why you stay within your own nation. That's your sister. You explain, no, you're my sister. But no, I'm not. I'm just not close to kin. And you explain, I don't have to be born by the same mother and father as you to be your brother, because we're both born by the same mother and father. That's why I'm your brother. That is a logical explanation. It's not illogical at all. So Abraham was with his sister, and he told him that was my sister, but it's also my wife. Never. Huh?
So sister / wife.
Exactly.
So that was his father's daughter?
Yeah.
With a different mother?
Yeah. And that's what he said. He said it right there. And in verse 12 of this chapter, Genesis chapter 20, verse 12. And yet, indeed, she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother.
And she became a wife.
Clear-cut case. Clear-cut case.
Nuts.
It is. But we didn't know that. But imagine we dealt within our own people like that.
Right.
You grew up with a lot of women that are like, they said you was my sister. They was in order. You could have been with that woman that was in order, bro.
Right. Right.
Her daddy raised her well, and her daddy knew y'all got along like that. Y'all even slept in the same bed. That was your damn wife.
Right.
You had to go get with this old crazy dragon over here. You could have been with the woman you were raised with.
Right. Right.
Right there. But they made it out to be your cousin. You can't mess with your cousin. It's my nearest kin, so what? But it's not my father and mother, the daughter from my mother.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like that. It's cool. I mean,
it's what this world propagated it to be, like weird. And
they don't want
crazy.
you to have a good wife.
Yeah.
That's how good wives, you were raised around potential wives.
Right.
And close to kin. Y'all been raised in the same vicinity of a complex, and boom.
Under the law.
And under the law, man. Boom.
It gets no better than that.
Righteousness. I mean, if you think about it, that's righteous.
It gets no better.
That's righteous. And that's what you got to explain with these women. Like, check this out, man. Your daughter is a potential wife for my son. So what I'm gonna do is we can get together. I'm gonna raise them like they my own kids. But at the same time, when she gets to a certain age and he gets to a certain age, they're getting married. Exactly. We don't even have to tell them. We don't even have to tell them right now. Yeah. But they get to that age, it's just how it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's gonna stay this way. She's not gonna touch nobody. He gonna do whatever he gonna do. He a man.
Yeah.
But his first, if it wanted to be his first, we talk about it. It's an understanding.
That's right.
And this is meat. This is milk.
Right.
This is milk right here. You see why it's so important?
Yeah.
See why it's so important how things can work that much more better?
It keeps the nation in order too.
It does.
That's what's crazy. That'll keep the nation.
It very much does. Very much does.
Most High got everything in order. We the ones that straight.
The thing about it, man, if we've been doing it like that from the beginning, bro, we wouldn't have so many broken homes and broken up marriages, and the things would work a whole lot better.
And probably why freaking Arabs doing so damn well.
Yeah, because they follow the Bible.
Yeah.
They follow the Bible. Yeah. Chaldeans and stuff. That's why their women stay covered. Because they follow the Bible.
They barely Like they have daughters and they put them to the side and they wait to offer their daughter to a certain close to kin, like certain family members or friends of the family, and they offer. They just like, hey, look, give me 30,000, you can have her. You know, what I mean, she'll be a good wife for you.
Exactly, and they grew up with each other.
Yeah, yeah.
See,
it's crazy.
They grew up with each other, man.
And that's how it works.
Exactly. Beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. All right, let's start at Genesis chapter 20, verse 13. And it came to pass when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, this is thy kindness, which thou shalt shew unto me. At every place whither shall at every place whither we shall come, at every place whither we shall come, say of me, he is my brother. And Abimelech took sheep and oxen, men servants, and women servants, and gave them unto Abraham, and restored him Sarah his wife. And Abimelech said, behold, my land is before thee, dwell where it pleaseth you, where it pleaseth thee. So did Sarah listen to her husband? He said, everywhere we go, this is what you're going to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He wasn't lying. They wasn't lying.
Not at all.
Not at all. But the other land of people, they don't know the law like Abraham does.
Right.
So they thinking of it, okay, is this his sister, his father and mother's sister?
Right.
And she's with him sojourning. They didn't actually be like, okay, understand it's your sister, but is it your wife?
Right. Right.
You get it? They don't know the law.
Right.
They don't know the law like that, man. They don't know the law like that. All right, verse 15. And Abimelech said, behold, my land is before thee, dwell where it pleaseth thee. And unto Sarah he said, behold, I have given thy brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Behold, he is to thee a covering of the eyes unto all that are with. He is a covering to the eyes of all that are with thee, and with all others. Thus she was reproved. She was corrected. Like, you know what I'm saying? By him, like he corrected things. You know what I mean? My bad and everything else. This is also your head, and he's the covering of it all. He's the covering of you. He's in charge of you. He get it. They say he get it.
So like this, that's why this is right here is why I was saying the Most High put all this in place so he could bless Adam. He orchestrated this whole thing just to give Adam another blessing. I mean, not Adam, Abraham another blessing.
Well, just to go on top of that, that is just that's why everybody know that having us here or wherever it blesses them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's it.
No matter what land you put us in.
And that's why in Egypt they copy the same thing out of Egypt, saying that we must deal wisely with them. Thus they link up with another nation and come against us.
Hell yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
This is Genesis chapter 20, verse 17. So Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelech and his wife and his maidservants, and they bare children. For the Lord had fast closed up all the wombs of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. Hey, it is what it is with that, man.
You shut them down.
So I got some precepts I want to bring out over here, just to, what we all went over. Let's just see where it goes. So the daughter of your mother, all right, so the daughter of your mother can you not marry. And that's Leviticus 18 and 11. All right. So your father and your mother, you have 3 siblings are from your mother and your father. You cannot marry a sister that is close to kin.
Yeah,
that's what that's called, close to kin.
Mother.
Exactly. You can be from your father, but not your mother. That's close to kin. The Most High stopped that.
Right.
So that's close to kin.
Mm-hmm.
Not close to kin is not from your mother. Out the womb, out coming out. No, can't do that. The Most High stopped that.
Right. Right.
All right.
But your cousins.
Yeah, it was just used. It was just used. It's just, your father have children, and he's raising them all, and everybody just get married. You know what I'm saying? But he stopped at a point. I'm gonna have to find that. But he stopped it at a point, and it was just a better thing.
Right.
It was just better because you raising a young lady that's going to be a wife to this young man over here.
Right.
And they're in order. Everybody's keeping the law. They know the law, and that was the best way to do it.
If you got 3 wives, that should have worked out perfect.
Exactly.
Man.
It just works. The law is being kept. Nobody's tripping. Nobody's nothing. Everything works.
And then your family line, your genealogy line or whatever, they ain't doing nothing but get stronger and stronger and stronger in the faith and the law
and the Most High is always being praised.
Ooh.
The Most High is always being praised.
Fully blessed family.
Yeah. So telling women this now and giving them the milk in the relationship right here, you have to understand. Now, if I get with a woman, she got a son and a daughter, and you raise them up together, they're not knowing what's gonna happen. You get to look at things. Nah, I don't think you'd be a good fit for him. Y'all didn't get along growing up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all fought all the time.
Right.
No, you going over here, you going over there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That'd be good. Y'all got along. Yeah, y'all got along.
Right.
As a matter of fact, since he already got a wife, you can just join unto them.
Right.
You can be an extra wife for him. She already knows. She already knows. She already understands that she's going to be a second wife and everything else. But if you have a retarded son, you're definitely not getting this girl. Yeah. Not retarded, but I mean, he's like, he's like, boy, you just keep messing up. Nah, this is my favorite daughter. You're not getting her. This is my favorite daughter right here. Yeah. My favorite son. They getting the best of the best of the best.
Right.
If this young man is something wrong with you, straighten up. Through the Lord, he's going to get you straight. Yeah. I may have to send you into the wilderness by yourself and just grow up.
See how the Most
High gonna deal with.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You send them off into the wilderness. That's what the Most High did with Hagar and Ishmael. Ishmael became an archer. Send him out into the wilderness. He grew up.
He was about to smoke him.
Yeah. So here we go. Oh yeah, I've already. I was looking for some more stuff. Let me see. So Abraham, proving that your wife is your sister, you can go to Genesis chapter 20, verse 11 to 12. All right. Oh yeah. Did Abraham lie to the heathen? No. Chapter 20, verse 11 to 12. No. All right. Let's see what else. And it also shows you that if a man entices a woman and he meets her and they get together and they smash from right then and there, he can have her. Doesn't necessarily have to go to the father to get it.
Right.
The thing is, it's best to go to the father.
Right.
Period. So he can help her out, especially nowadays. The father want to see who she dealing with. It ain't like back then where they were in order. Those women were in tip-top order.
Right.
Now, they in tip-top out of order. No, they done tip-top out of order. There you go. They done tip-top out of order. And I'm not going to say all women have tip-top out of order. I'm just going to say the majority of women have tip-top out of order.
You still celebrating a birthday? You're out of order.
Or you tell them to do something and they ain't do it yet?
Out of order.
They should break their goddamn neck to do what you tell them to do. They should call you within 5 minutes and be like, baby, I did it. What else you need me to do?
Yep.
That's it. Period.
You can't even ask a woman to do something.
If you tell them to learn how to sew, they done pricked and poked their fingers so many damn times. Like, baby, I can't do it. They're not giving you that excuse that, baby, I done tried it before, I can't do it. You done put no effort into it that I've seen you do it.
Yeah.
They do it.
Right.
That's your head. That's your Lord. Like Sarah said, my Lord is, the respect of Lord. I did tell a sister last night, hey, you don't address me as my name. You either call me sir or Lord. That's just very respectful. So when you're dealing with females, don't talk to me like that. If you're going to talk to me, you're going to have to call me sir or Lord. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't like that. It's very disrespectful for any woman to talk to us in a very disrespectful manner and address us our names It's cool, you know my name, but you can't address me like that.
Right.
That's not right. I am a Lord. It's just respectful. It's a respectful thing. All right. So now we at chapter 21. Let me see if I didn't forget nothing else. Yeah. Sarah didn't look like none of these old women these days. No, she did not. Because ain't no king stealing these old breaders. These old breaders getting stole by nobody. And getting taken. Nah, Sarah was a bad mama jamma at 100.
Yeah.
At 100. These ones at 100 years old look like raisins. Seriously. I mean,
look like them damn dry dates and
now that's white women. It take our women for a while to start that. White women look like dates at 50. No, at 27. The Olsen twins. Boy, hey, they ain't talking about yeah, buddy, no more from Full House. Hey, they look like old dates. They look like dates that's been left out, man. Really, you left the bag open, and when you went there after 10 days, it's just all shriveled up. That's white women right there. Our women, they age good, like old wine, like fine wine.
Yeah.
But this right here was a bottle of what's that black what what's that wine we be drinking?
Stella Rosa.
Stella Rosa Black. Our women age like that. Stella Rosa Black. Until they just stopped exercising and stuff.
Sweet and tasty.
Yeah, they just gave up.
They're all focused on their career.
Yeah.
Man,
Well, when they focus on their career, they work out. They just
some do, some don't.
You're right. So let's go. This is Genesis chapter 21 and verse 1. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which God had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as God had commanded him. And that's what we got to do. At 8 years old, you got to be circumcised. 8 days old. Yeah, 8 days, you got to be circumcised. Not 28, 35, 37, 50. It just don't work like that. So, verse 5. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. And Sarah said, God hath made me to laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me. Isaac means he laughed. That's what Isaac means. He's laughing in the Hebrew. He laughed. Mm-hmm. And she said, who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given children suck? For I have borne him a son in his old age. Now watch this.
And you want to know what to say, Isaac? Hebrew?
How you say it?
Go ahead.
How do you say Isaac in Hebrew?
I can find it.
Okay.
I'm just saying the thing.
Okay. Verse 7. And she said, who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given children suck? For I have borne him a son in his old age. And the child grew and was weaned. And Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, which she had borne unto Abraham, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, even with Isaac. So she turned up. She's like, get that motherfucking bitch up out of here. Yeah. That's what she was saying.
He will be a king. Awesome.
Verse 11. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. He was like, man, you gonna tell me to send my son away? You crazy as hell. He was grieved. Not that he was sad he was going to do it. He was grieved. This is where the women come in. Mm-hmm. You see right there? Mm-hmm. Sarah controlled everything. Mm-hmm. That's how they sound. Sarah controls everything. She told when he can have another wife and when he couldn't. And she even sent him away. See, you don't need another wife because I don't want you to. Like,
The Lord put that spirit on her for her to say that. It was about to verify.
Nah, he didn't put that spirit on her. She was being jealous. She was like, basically, he ain't gonna be heirs with me. I'm with my son.
The wife, his other wife that he had was an Egyptian, so she wasn't the same nation.
Exactly. So that's why she was treating her like that, because it was a heathen.
Mm-hmm.
Concubine, Israelite woman. Hey man, I've seen a lot of bad Egyptian females. I was courting one at the time, and she stopped messing with me because I told her she was going to be a slave in the kingdom. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it, bro. I couldn't do it.
Hey, you gonna be my slave, right?
She was like, so I'm going to ask you one more time. Am I going to get salvation? I said, yes, you're going to get salvation. It's just not the salvation that you think is going to be. She said, what you mean? Like, you're being saved for slavery because of what your family did to us in Egypt. Yeah. She couldn't take the truth. I had to tell her.
Nah, but the reason why I said the spirit of the Most High put that spirit on her, because just like how he put that spirit on Abimelech to
not sleep,
to take the wife. No, to take the wife, because when you dived into it and you're really listening and looking at what's going on, the Most High did that on purpose. You know what I mean? He controlled everything, right?
So he didn't control that. He didn't do that. He didn't do that at all. It don't even say that anywhere. I'm just saying that's not accurate. But we can go back. We can go back and look at it to see. Mm-hmm. I say that much. Verse 11, and the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. Because of his son. That's why he was grieved. It's like, man, you ain't finna tell me to take my motherfucking son nowhere. It ain't finna happen. So here go verse 12. And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in the sight because of the lad and because of thy bondwoman and all that Sarah hath said unto thee. Hearken unto her voice. For in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Isaac shall thy seed be called. This is where Christians get cut. For in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So like, let me blow my nose real quick, Israel. All right, I'm back. So this is where the women come into, and they also use Deuteronomy 15, and I think it's 10 or something. I forgot what it was, but they use some precept to say why, because the woman is out of order is the reason why men shouldn't have multiple wives. That's what they're saying. Mm-hmm. Because see, the woman is out of order. You can't control her. So because I can't control her, I shouldn't have more wives. Or maybe we just not working. I need to just let her ass go and go be by herself for a while and still do my thing and do what I'm going to do. Right. I ain't put her away. Mm-mm. I just said, hey, we not working out. You got to go. If the eye offended, pluck it out. Mm-hmm. If your hand offends you, you're going to have to pluck it out. When you join up with a woman, she's a part of your body. So whatever piece that she becomes, eye, ears, nose, whatever, and it offends you and it's causing you to fall off, cut that son itch off so you can be saved. It's best the whole body not to be thrown into hell than have one piece cut off. So cut her off. She not acting right. That's it. There you go. Chop your pinky off. That's what she is to you, a pinky. Cut her off. That's it. Well, I had one hanging. I thought it was a sister. She was hanging in here. And when I said that, it was brown. Hey, it is what it is, Chief. I need some light. Baba Kusha. Yep. Whew. This is Genesis chapter 21 and verse 13. I'm going to start at 12. And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman, and all that Sarah hath said unto thee. Hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called. And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. Right? And Abraham rose up early in the morning and took bread and a bottle of water and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulder. And the child and sent her away, and she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. That's what I was trying to find. Because Abimelech and Abraham had just made a covenant with each other, and they were in Beersheba. So the young man and the woman wasn't too far from them anyway. They were still in Beersheba. And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child under one of the shrubs, and she went and sat her down over against him a good way off, as it was a bow shot. Damn, let me read that again. And she went and sat down over against him a good way off, as it were a bow shot. Okay. For she said, let me not see the death of the child. And she sat over against him and lift up her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the lad. And the angel of God called to Hagar out of the heaven and said unto her, what alieth thee, Hagar? Fear not, for God hath heard the voice of the lad where he is. Arise, lift up the lad and hold him in thine hand, for I will make him a great nation. And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, and she went and filled the bottle with water, and gave the lad drink. And God was with the lad, and grew, and dwelt in the wilderness, and became an archer. And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran. And his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. So she got him another Egyptian. And it came to pass at that time that Abimelech and Pachol, the chief captain of his host, spake unto Abraham, saying, God is with thee in all that thou doest. Remember, he blessed Abraham. So he knows that Abraham is blessed in everything that he does. Now therefore swear unto me here by God, that thou would not deal falsely with me, nor with my son, nor with my son's son, but according to the kindness that I have done unto thee, thou shalt do unto me, and to the land wherein thou hast sojourned. And Abraham said, I will swear. And Abraham reproved Abimelech because of the well of water, which Abimelech's servants had violently taken away. And Abimelech said, I wot not who have done this thing, neither didst thou tell me, neither yet I heard of it, but today. And Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech, and both of them made a covenant. And Abraham set 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, what mean these 7 ewe lambs which thou hast set by themselves? And he said, for these 7 ewe lambs that thou take of my hand, they may be a witness unto me that I have digged this well. Wherefore he called the place Beersheba, because there they swear both of them. Thus they made a covenant at Beersheba. Then Abimelech rose up, and Pachol, the chief captain of his host, and they returned into the land of the Philistines. And Abraham planted a grove in Beersheba, and called there on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abraham sojourned in the Philistines' land many days. So if they were in the land of the Philistines, well, I'm not going to go there, so I'm going to go totally off. I don't want to go off topic. So what happened in here? The child was circumcised on the 8th day. That is a law. Now, with this precept over here about Hagar and Sarah, this is feminine. Feminism enters when a woman hear this. They say, look, she controls what happens to the woman. She can bring any other wife or make her leave. This is where feminism come in, because women they have a philosophy of feminism. They're feminists, and you got some extremist black feminists too. That's just a black woman with a white face. But this is where it comes in. Uh, And this also shows you that the work that Abraham did is why the Most High dealt with Abraham. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a leader. And he was going to make sure everybody followed the law. And it said that in 18. That's why the Most High told me he was going to make sure everybody followed the law. That's how the Most High chooses people, because he know that by all means necessary, it's just going to happen. Excuse me. What else? And then what I brought up about the angel, when it says Lord, capital Lord, capital, that's the Most High. But then I showed you that also um, the Most High is not talking, was the angel he was talking to. Because then he kept saying 40, 45, 50, 55. Then he stopped, like he would stop talking to the Most High and talking to the angel. Why would he stop talking to the Most High and stop to the angel if the angel was speaking for the Most High? Now he's saying it like I'm talking to you. 22 is also going to show you that the angels speak for the Most High. The Most High is not about to leave his throne and get off, and then come and talk to you. He ain't going to do that. He's going to send his messengers, his angels, to do that. So, all right. This is Genesis chapter 22 and verses 1. And it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham and said unto him, Abraham, he said, Behold, here I am. And this is where I get it from. This is why I test. I be testing the hell out of y'all. Sometimes y'all don't even know. And I test you because the Most High does it to us. Does it to us. And he said, Take now thy son, thy only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him therefore a burnt offering upon the mountains which I will tell thee of. And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and saddled his ass, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and clave the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up and went unto the place of which God had told him. Then on the 3rd day Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place afar off. Well, something just happened. Okay. Verse 4. Then on the 3rd day Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place afar off. And Abraham said unto his young men, Abide you here with the ass, and I select. And Abraham said unto his young men, Abide here with the ass. And I said, and I and the lad will go yonder and worship and come again to you. And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it upon Isaac his son. And he took the fire in his hand and a knife, and they went both of them together. And Isaac spake unto Abraham his father and said, My father. And he said, Here I am, my son. And he said, Behold, the fire and wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? Isaac is like, Where's the lamb for the burnt offering? There's the wood, there's a fire, but where is the lamb? Right? And Abraham said, My son, God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. So they went both of them together, and they came to the place which God had told him of. And Abraham built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abraham stretched forth his hand, and took the knife to slay his son. And the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven, said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest God, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thy only son, from me. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram, and offered him up for a burnt offering in the stead of his son. And Abraham called the name of the place Jehovah Jireh, as it is said to this day, In the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. And the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham out of heaven the 2nd time, and said, By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thy only son, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall be possessed, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemy. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. So, dealing with that, lands of people are blessed because of Abraham, who he deals with. They're blessed. When they deal righteously with us, they are blessed. You know, the Most High multiplies them and everything else. When they deal faultly with us, they're cursed. Doesn't mean the Most High loves them.
Mm-hmm.
Just means that when you deal with us, you're going to be blessed. So if you deal with us righteously, you're going to be blessed. If you deal with us unrighteously, you're going to be cursed. That's why this kingdom is falling, because of the way they deal with us.
That's right.
So it falls. That's just how Esau is. He's a vile beast, man. So, verse 18, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. So Abraham returned unto his young men, and they rose up and went together to Beersheba. And Abraham dwelt at Beersheba. And it came to pass after these things that it was told Abraham, saying, Behold, Milcah, she hath also borne children unto thy brother Nahor, Huz his firstborn, and Buz his brother, and Camil the father of Abram, and Chesed, and Hazo, and Phildas, and Jelpha, and Bethuel begat Rebekah. These 8 Malchah did bear to Nahor, Abraham's brother, and his concubine, whose name was Ramah. She bare also Tabah and Gamah and Taash and Maachah. That is the end of Torah portions right there. So let me see. I got some precepts on the side.
That's the Torah portion.
So at 22, 19, and 23 is showing you how Isaac took his uncle's daughter to wife, right? Let me see. Is it 22, 19, and 23? Or was it 23, 19, and 23? I gotta get that precept. I did the wrong one up here. So I'm about to change men real quick to read the prophets. If you want to read by yourself, go ahead. Or if you want somebody, you can sit next to you. You want me to read? I'll go sit over there.
Oh, when we break it down.
You're going. Yeah.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah. Switch spots with me.
See. Oh. God, all praise to the Most High, man. All praises. You know, as you know, Biden is your new master. All right, so you know, and these white people, well, these Trump supporters and white militias are mad. So, but the children of Israel don't care. I can go to Santee right now and get some canes. You know what I'm saying? Go to Santee and then play F Donald Trump. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll be mad, right? Hey, But the election was kind of weird because Nevada took 10 years to even cast their votes. That the election was supposed to be on Tuesday. The election didn't happen till today or this morning, or probably like in the middle of the night. You never know. Give me one second. Probably cool. Wait for the brother to get. You get First Kings 4:1. Second Kings 4:1.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 4, verse 1. Now there cried a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets unto Elisha, saying, Thy servant my husband is dead, and thou knowest that thy servants did fear the Lord, and the creditors is come to take unto him my two sons to be bondmen.
So this woman, a woman of the prophets, right? So means an Israelite woman, right? Her husband died, and he was a God fearing servant, and now the king of that place is gonna take her sons into slavery. Good.
Verse 2. And Elisha said unto her, What shall I do for thee? Tell me, what hast thou in the house? And she said, Thy handmaid had not anything in the house, save a pot of oil. Then he said, Go, borrow thee a vessel abroad of all thy neighbors, even empty vessels. Borrow not a few. And when thou art come in, thou shalt shut the door upon thee and upon thy sons, and shalt pour out into all those vessels, and thou shalt set aside that which is full.
Mm-hmm.
So she went from him and shut the door upon her and upon her sons, who brought the vessels to her, and she poured it out. And it came to pass, when the vessels were full, that she said unto her son, Bring me yet a vessel. And he said unto her, There is not a vessel more. And the oil stayed. Then she came and told the man of God, and he said, Go, sell the oil and pay thy debt, and live thou and thy children of the rest.
All right. So what's going on? Can someone say what's going on right now?
Right now, the prophet Elisha, he's him and the Lord is blessing this woman with more oils. So it's like it's a miracle happening right now.
Well, pretty much what I have read is pretty much she was crying to the prophet that her husband died and that her kids are going to be bondsmen. And she was asking for mercy for them. So he's telling her what to do. Get the pots from everybody to start sending them.
Yeah. So what's going on is exactly. So she doesn't have no food in her house or anything, right? All she has is oil, right? So what they do, they told her, get different vessels, get different pots, and fill those up until it's even, right? Until it's even, and then sell those to get money. Right,
Verse 8. And it fell on the day that Elisha passed to Shunem, where was a great woman, and she constrained him to eat bread.
Right, so she asked him, she was like, hey, come to me, eat bread, right? Go ahead.
And so it was that as oft as he passed by, he turned in thither to eat bread.
Mm-hmm.
And she said unto her husband, Behold now, I perceive that this is an holy man of God, which passeth by us continually.
Right.
What? Let us make a little chamber, I pray thee, on the wall, and let us set for him there a bed, and a table, and a stool, and a candlestick. And it shall be when he cometh to us, that he shall turn it thither. And it fell on the day that he came thither, and he turned into the chamber and lay there. And he said to Gazi, his servant, Call this Shunemite,
Shunammite.
Shunammite. Call this Shunammite. And when he had called her, she stood before him. And he said unto him, Say now unto her, Behold, thou hast been careful for us with all this care. What is to be done for thee? Wouldst thou be spoken for to the king, or to the captain of the host? And she answered, I dwell among my own people. And he said, What then is to be done for her? And Gazi answered, Verily, she hath no child, and her husband is old. And he said, Call her. And when he had called her, she stood in the door. And he said, About this season, according to the time of life, thou shalt embrace a son. And she said, Nay, my lord, thou man of God, do not lie unto thy handmaid. And the woman conceived and bare a son at that season, that Elijah had said unto Elisha has said unto her, according to the time of life. And when the child was grown, it fell on a day that he went out to his father to the reaper. And he said unto his father, My head, my head. And he said to the lad, Carry him to his mother. And when he had taken him and brought him to his mother, he sat on her knees till noon, and then died. And she went up and laid him on the bed of the man of God, and shut the door upon him, and went out. And she called unto her husband and said, Send me, I pray thee, one of the young men, and one of the asses, that I may run to the man of God, and come again. And he said, Wherefore wilt thou go to him today? It is neither new moon nor Sabbath. And she said, It shall be well.
So so her son just died, right?
Come on, man.
So
she asked for it.
Right. Her son just died. Now she's going back to the man of God for another blessing, right? But and she's asking her husband to leave, right? So a woman can't just go out and just leave. No, she asked her husband.
And her husband did.
No, her husband's old.
Her husband's old, her son.
Good.
Then she saddled an ass and said to her servant, Drive and go forward. Slack not thy riding for me, except I bid thee. So she went and came unto the man of God to Mount Carmel. And it came to pass when the man of God saw her afar off, that he said to Gazi, his servant, Behold, yonder is that Shunammite. Run now, I pray thee, to meet her, and say unto her, It is well with thee.
Is it well with thee?
Is it well with thee?
So the man of God, the prophet, right? He's like, this woman over here coming again. Hey, Gazy, go out there, ask her what's going on with her. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Okay. Run now, verse 26. Run now, I pray thee, to meet her. say unto her, Is it well with thee? Is it well with thy husband? Is it well with the child? And she answered, It is well. And when she came to the man of God to the hill, she caught him by the feet. But
I'll
Gabriel,
start 2 pieces up. What verse we at?
27. Oh,
Go,
you want me
go
to
ahead, 26.
run now, I pray thee, to meet her, and say unto her, Is it well with thee? Is it well with thy husband? Is it well with the child? And she answered, It is well.
So she basically lied.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, what's going on? Is your husband okay? You know what I'm saying? Is your kid okay? But her kid just died. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And when she came to the man of God to the hill, she caught him by the feet. But
But Gazy.
Gazy came near to thrust her away.
Right. So the man, the guy was walking through the mountain, and she caught him by his feet, right? But then Gazy, the prophet's servant, and thrust her away, but she pushed her away, right? Go ahead.
And the man of God said, Let her alone, for her soul is vexed within her. And the Lord had hid it from me, and had not told me. Then she said, Did I desire a son of my Lord? Did I not say, Do not deceive me?
so now the lady's talking to the prophet like, did not desire a kid of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Did not ask you not to deceive me. Basically putting it on him that her kid died. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My kid's supposed to be healthy and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to live long. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Then he said to Gazy, Gird up the lions, and take my staff in thy hand, and go thy way. If thou meet any man, salute him not. And if any salute thee, answer him not again. And lay my staff upon the face of the child.
So now the prophet told the woman, hey, go take my staff. You know what I'm saying? Take my staff, go. Don't salute no man, don't talk to nobody. But when you see a child, lay the staff on the face of the child. Go ahead.
And the mother of the child said, As the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. And he arose and followed her. And Gazy passed on before them, and laid the staff upon the face of the child, but there was neither voice nor hearing. Wherefore he went again to meet him, and told him, saying, The child is now awake. And then Elisha was come into the house. Behold, the child was dead, and laid upon his bed. He went in, therefore, and shut the door upon them, twined, and prayed unto the Lord.
All right, so the prophet went inside the room with the dead son, and then closed the door on the mom and the servant. Right, prayed to the Most High. Go ahead.
And he went up and laid upon the child, and put his mouth upon his mouth, and his eye upon his eye, and his hand upon his hand, and he stretched himself upon the child, and the flesh of the child waxed warm. Then he
Right.
returned.
So what does that? What does that mean? So according to physics and bodies, okay, in nurse school, right? When a person produces body heat, that means it's still alive.
Yeah,
So
like when
the
someone's
prophet, right? Because when someone's dead, they're cold, right? But when he put his body on him, he got warm. You know what I mean? But
Then he returned and walked in the house to a fro, and went up and stretched himself upon him, and the child sneezed 7 times.
what verse you at?
What verse?
Sneeze 7 times.
Verse 35. Sneeze?
I got it. Go ahead. Wait,
Seven.
start with verse. Go ahead.
Verse
You all
35.
good, all right?
Then he returned and walked in the house to a fro, and went up and stretched himself upon him, and the child sneezed 7 times. And the child opened his eyes, and he called.
Hold on, pause.
Then he returned and walked in the house to and fro, and went up and stretched himself upon him. And the child sneezed 7 times, and the child opened his eyes, and he called Gazelle,
Gazy.
Gazy, and said, Call this Shumite. So he called her, and when she was come in into him, he said, Take up thy son. Then she went in and fell at his feet and bowed herself to the ground and took her son and went out.
12. Good reading. Yeah, so he brought the child back from the dead. All right, because why? She had faith, right? In the prophet, she had faith in the Most High. All right, so the Most High blessed her. Okay. Next, go to
Luke 17.
go to Luke 17 and verse 28.
And he said, Call her. And when he had called her, she stood in the door. And he said, Call her.
Luke's in the New Testament, huh?
Yeah, it's right after John, Matthew, Luke, John. Before John. Yeah.
So Luke what?
17 and 28.
17:28. This is the book of Luke, chapter 28. 17, verse 28. So likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built. But the same day that Lot went out of Lot. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstones from heaven and destroyed them all.
Mm.
Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed.
Mm.
In that day he which shall be upon the house top and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back.
Mm.
Remember,
man, hey, stuff happened and everything. You know what I'm saying? You on top of your house top, don't come down. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to come down inside the house. If you out there in the field, you know, say you out there in the city and everything, don't try to come back to your house. Stay out there, all right? Because the Most High did it for a reason. Go ahead.
Verse 32. Remembers Lot's wife. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. And whosoever shall
say that again.
Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it.
When Lot's wife looked back, right? She was rebellious, right? She tried to save her own life. You know what I'm saying? Looking back, seeing if she was okay. She didn't have faith in the Most High. If you look to save your life, you're gonna lose it. All right, because your life is in the Most High's hands. No one else's. Go ahead.
And whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it.
And whoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. All right, this could be a lot of things, man. When you get into the truth, you lose friends, you lose family, or you're losing your life, right? But you're just gonna gain a better life after. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Luke 17 and verse 34 now.
I tell you, in that night there shall be 2 men in one bed. The one shall be taken, the other shall be left. 2 women shall be grinding together. The one shall be taken, and the other one left. 2 men shall be in the field, the one shall be taken, and the other left. And they answered and said unto him, Where, Lord? And he said unto them, Whosoever the body is,
Wheresoever the body is.
wheresoever the body is, thither with the eagles be gathered together.
You know what that means.
What does that mean?
Please, huh? I'm asking if they know what they mean.
Say what?
I'm asking them if they know what that means.
I don't know. To be
We'll
honest.
let you go.
I got a thought. Could you explain it?
Don't worry. See.
Whether will the eagles be gathered together? I don't know.
You want to say it or me?
Go ahead.
God. So, right. So, verse 37, they answered and said unto him, Where, Lord? And he said unto them,
You started it?
verse 37. And they answered and said unto him, Where, Lord? Right? Where is this going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Where is this stuff where people going to be left out to the city? 2 of them going to be taken, one's going to be saved. Where is this going to happen, right? And he said unto them, Wheresoever the body is, thither will the eagles be gathered together. So wherever Israel is, or where it's going to happen, where those eagles are going to pluck you up. You know what I'm saying? Because what does the eagle represent?
USA.
That too. You know, that too.
What did he say?
USA, like the Roman Empire, right? You know what I'm saying? Also represents Esau. You know what I'm saying? Because this talks about in Deuteronomy 28. You know what I mean?
That's a evil fleet.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's important to get the milk. Because when you start going into the prophets, even into the New Testament, you're gonna start understanding the allegoric sayings, who he calls who. The red, like reading Daniel, you're gonna start to understand Revelation. You're gonna understand who the dragon is. You're gonna understand who Alexander the Greek is. You're gonna start understanding who Philip the Macedonian is.
Two hour video. Bears, the two-headed beast represents those nations. One especially from that statue that had the whole head for that from Babylon to America. That's a good one. That verse that I really like. I did. I sent it to you in the text and in the group.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. No, I watched it. It's really good. It's a documentary.
All right, well, let's get on with the press. So we can just...
Oh, you know Jesus' nephew, Snowman Jr.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, let me wash my hands. Somebody else do my thing. Sitting there chilling. Come. All right, this is the Ayah Nawa. It is our duty to praise the Master of all, to ascribe greatness to the author of creation, who has not made us like the nations of the lands, nor placed us like the families of the earth. who has not made our portion like theirs, nor our destiny like all their multitudes. For they worship vanity and emptiness, and pray to a God who cannot save. But we bow. But we bow and worship and thank the Supreme King of Kings, the Holy One. Blessed be he who extends the heavens and establishes the earth, whose throne of glory is in the heavens above, whose power's presence is in the highest of heights. He is our God, there is no other. Truly, he is our King, there is none else. As it is written in the TORAH, you shall know and take to heart this day that Yahweh is Elohim, in the heavens above and on the earth below. There is no other. Hallelujah.
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 Bahashem.
Bahashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Amen. Shema Yasharala Yahweh Elohim Yahweh Echad. 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 There is no other.
Ten Commandments, love thy neighbor, love Yahweh.
Anya,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Alahayika,
Alahayika,
Hashurah,
Hawataza,
Afika,
Adika,
Marataza,
Barataza,
Maratazayim,
Baratazayim,
Mabathiim,
Mabathiim,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yahayim,
Yahayim,
Lakah,
Lakah,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Akarim,
Akarim,
Apunya,
Afanya,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Daisha,
Daisha,
Lakah,
Lakah,
Soul,
Soul, Wala'ah,
Ibn,
Abadam,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Korka,
Korka,
Acham,
Aksham,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bashawa,
Bashawa,
Zakar, Hayawun,
Hayawun,
Hashabat,
Lakadash,
Lakadash, Kabad,
Kabad,
Abaka,
Abaka,
Wa,
Wa,
Amaka,
Amaka,
La'ah,
La'ah, Baratazah,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Dana'ah,
Dana'ah,
La'ah,
La'ah, Dana'ah,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Dana'ah,
Dana'ah, Shakur,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Lakamad,
Dakamad,
Ko,
Ko,
Asherah,
Asherah,
La'araika.
La'araika.
First greatest commandments. There's hero Israel, Yahweh, Yahweh, one. So love Yahweh like Yahweh, with all our heart, my soul, my might. Second greatest commandment, Ra'ika la'aka kama la'aka tarnath ani anka wa'abda la'aka kama wakani Yahweh. Thou shalt not avenge nor break the prejudice of children of thy people. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, on Yahweh. There's a Zakawan Hasha'ah, the point of the woman. Now when Yahweh was in Bethel, the house of Simon the leper, came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head, and he said, "Meat." But when the disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, "For purpose is this waste, which ointment by it is sold for 3 years pence 1 year's wages, and given to the poor." When Yahweh understood it, he said unto the woman, why he said unto them, "Why trouble you the woman? For she hath brought a good work upon her. So you have the poorest with you, but we have the wholest. For that she hath poured this ointment in my body, she did it in my burial. Verily I say unto you, whosoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this that this woman hath done be told from the heart of her. Hallelujah.
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 Hashem.
Bahashem. Yahushua. Mashiach. Amen. So the water Yahweh, the water Yasharala, the water Akim, the water Akwathim, the water Alahayim. Shalom, Yabashim Shabbat.